on here before we go live.
Oh, I'm live.
Oh, yeah? Don't mind me, it's good run. Sitting out my backyard, it's nice out today.
Oh, dude, it's fucking gorgeous. I am sunburnt.
I know, I spent all day opening that bad boy up.
You got the pool open, huh?
Yes, sir.
Dope.
Well, I'm pumping it out right now. I'm going to put some fresh water in it and
Yeah.
get it all cleaned up real nice. Yeah, spent most of the morning cutting grass so I could pump it out without, having to cut grass over a pool full of water in my yard.
Yeah. Travis say he was getting on or no?
I have no idea. Benny said he was a maybe. I don't know what happened to him. Oh, it's just me and you right now, huh?
Yeah.
That's okay. I got a lot of stuff we can talk about.
Yeah, me too. Me too. No, we started up the business last week. Well, we've been going for like 2 months, but like we actually started selling last week, and it's been going. It's been super busy, but so it's super worth it
My
though.
friend Kara jumped on the woman's podcast today.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. They ended up having like 7 girls on today because there hasn't been anyone on the last couple weeks.
She's
So
got an amazing personality. Like, Kara's a real personable. She's very bubbly and happy personality. Like, she'd be perfect to be on a podcast. Like, you
Yeah.
on there.
no, it worked out really good. No, I'm not wearing that today. That's your Brad's your brother, right?
Brad's not my brother, no.
Whose brother is he?
I don't know.
Why'd Liv say? Did your brother want to be on the podcast? Do you have a brother? I
You know what I
can't.
mean?
Yeah, do you have a brother that wanted to be on the podcast?
No.
I don't know what she was talking about.
My
Huh.
brothers are all different than me.
I understand that. I get that. All right.
Oh, we got somebody else.
Yeah, it's Rod.
What's up, Rod?
Hey,
Rod, what's up, brother?
what's
Can't
up?
see you.
I know, I'm working on it.
Mhm.
Broke the camera.
Yeah, Benny said he might jump on. I don't know where he's at.
Who?
Benny.
Nah, he said he's not going to be on.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah, he said he's not going to be on. Rod, what's up, brother?
Hey, how we doing?
Good. Topic for today is going to be Gratitude Sunday.
Hey,
We want to do the MAT discussion next week when there's more people.
Yeah.
So we figured this week we would just talk about stuff we're grateful for.
Oops, I'm on the wrong live. Shit.
What's that? Oh, maybe? Yeah. Thank you.
Travis said he was going to be on. He was saying 3 p.m.
Yeah, Travis, HIW, Travis, how it works. So I figured since how today's topic is gratitude, I put on my gratitude as gangster hat for the meeting.
Dope.
Do any running today, Rod? Bet you did.
yes, sir. Not as far as I
actually
need to. Gotta get running now.
Nice. I didn't make it to the gym today, but I did spend all day. I was opening up the pool today. Did some yard work and opened up the pool and everything, so I figured I'd take a rest day. I'll be at the gym again tomorrow morning.
All right, well, we are live. Welcome back to Choosing Recovery, week number 6. We are running with Scott Bond, a.k.a. Oatmeal, right? Oatmeal.
Yes,
And then Rod Baker. We are... What's your TikTok name, Rod?
Run for my life.
Run for my life. Yeah, week number 6. We're a little short-handed today, guys, but listen, this is all it takes, so Our topic for discussion today is Gratitude Sunday. That might be a good topic for like a once a month thing, actually. To remind ourselves why we're doing this, why we are grateful, things we've gained back in our life, and that's why we call it Choosing Recovery, because we like to show people that whatever way you like to stay clean, that's your way, and the things we get back in our life. I don't know, man. I used to expect things in my early recovery, and this time around I fought tooth and nail for everything I have today. So it definitely makes me feel a little bit more appreciative for the things I've earned back today. So I think gratitude is a great topic discussion, and like I said, maybe do it once a month.
Sounds good to me.
So,
Sure.
how's it going today, fellas? Warm outside, nice weather.
Beautiful. I've been at my wife's been walking around in nothing but shorts and bikini top all day. It's been pretty great.
It's a good day. It's a good day. So again, yeah, we're a little short-handed, but I think between the three of us, we have plenty to talk about on the topic. If anyone wants to jump right into it, Mr.
Grateful. Gratitude Sunday, I like that. I know, just from personally speaking, I don't take time like I should to remind myself what I'm grateful for. Those shitty days and nothing goes right. But, I gotta get in my car from work. I got a job, I can get in my car. I can come home to my house, to my wife and daughter that still live here. I get to communicate, have a conversation with my son who's, quite a few hours away in the military, so just even little things like the sun coming up. I was grateful enough today to be able to put my running shoes on. I went out and ran, working up towards a big goal I got in September. So, just grateful there's food on the table. I mean, we could go on and on all day long. I think us as alcoholics and addicts in recovery, we're too hard on ourselves. If we just stop a minute and just think about it, there's gratitude, grateful things happening in your life daily. You just have to take a minute to look at it, to think about it.
Yeah. Just waking up,
For sure.
It wasn't always guaranteed before.
Yeah.
So you're. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
One of my favorite things is, back when I was drinking, that's where I wanted my money to go. I work hard. Anybody that knows me on TikTok knows that any video I make, 90% of the time when I'm on a Zoom meeting, I'm usually listening in because I'm at work. I've always been that way. Even when I was drinking, I was always I was always a working guy. Like I couldn't function. And if I didn't have a job, I'd probably be dead by now because of the way I drank.
Mm-hmm.
My job was actually my structure while I was drinking. And now that I'm not drinking, I still have that same work ethic. So I still love to work every day. I can't be without a job. But back when I was drinking, that's where my money went. I work hard, I made a lot of money, but I wouldn't want to do things like I just bought a new lawnmower. And I would have never in a million years wanted to take on spending that kind of money on a lawnmower because that's my drinking money, and I'm cutting in on my drinking money. I would have never taken on a car payment because that would have been my drinking money. There's no way I'm spending it. I'll drive a piece of crap that I can work on here and there to keep it running as long as I still had my beer and my whiskey and what I needed. And nowadays, I don't have to do that. I just went out and bought myself a brand new lawnmower. I'm able to drive around a decent car that I'm paying on because I'm not spending all my money on alcohol. I'm grateful that I got to, days like today, I'd already be drunk by now. And I'd be sitting in a chair just drinking and not appreciating the things that I have, like opening up my pool and being able to watch my wife walk around in her bikini top all day. It's been a great day, and I've had a lot of things to be grateful for, And normally I'd be just shit-faced and wouldn't care about what's going on around me. I'd be sitting here worried about where I'm going to get my next beer if I run out, or, just worried about, taking a leak every 5 seconds because I drink too damn much. And it's been really awesome to be able to be there with my kids and be present in the moment. I love that kind of stuff, and it just keeps getting better. And I've been having so much fun in my sobriety that I'm grateful every day to wake up and not feel like crap and not have to try to remember what happened yesterday or if I did anything cool. You know, I had some of the best times I'll never remember when I was drinking. But now that I'm sober, I have a lot of really great times, and I can recall them all, and I can look back and say, hey, man, I'm glad I was there. I'm glad I did that. Where I was drinking, I was like, man, did I talk to that guy? Do I remember this? Do I remember that? Now I always do. What you doing, baby? Okay, put it up against closer to the garage so the wind don't blow it over again. Sorry about that, guys. My wife's moving my grill around, made me nervous. But hey, well, last year the wind caught it, blew it right over. It was no good. That was my Father's Day gift last year. But where was I? Oh yeah. So yeah, just being present in the moment. I am so grateful for that. That's a huge part of my gratitude list. Is just being able to not worry about, hey, was I stumbling around in front of everybody? Went to a 50th wedding anniversary party yesterday, and there was a lot of people drinking there, but I didn't. You know, I was just sitting there with my family and having a good time, and I didn't have to worry about, am I stumbling around looking like an idiot? Is what I'm saying making any sense? That kind of stuff. I'm not offending anybody with my language because I'm present and I have my mind with me. I know whether or not I'm saying something inappropriate. So where I was drinking, I wouldn't have gave a shit, you know? So that's mostly my gratitude list right there. Is pretty much everything that's come along with sobriety so far. Like, I have no desire to go back to drinking because I'm enjoying myself so much right now, you know, and I'm able to appreciate so many things.
Absolutely. You know, it's always been so hard for me to, like, accept things into my life because I feel like I've taken so much from, like, all the people around me. So I always try to remind myself why it's so important to give back and service work. Like where I live though, like the meetings have been shut down for so long, so like the sponsorship thing has been pretty, you know, like out of the question. But still linked up with my sponsor every single day. Like I have to remind myself that I have to stay connected with all the things that got me sober, clean and sober in the first place. And what makes it so much harder for me to go back out and use is because I've made so many barriers between myself and my addiction. So, like, I know how to pick up the phone. I know how to exercise when someone doesn't answer the phone. I know how to go listen to music. I know how to reach out to my wife, to my family. I've put so many different things between myself and my addiction that it makes it that much harder for me to go back out and use. And those are the things that I'm grateful for today, because before I didn't know how to reach out for help. I didn't know how to, you know, tell the difference between what was right or wrong, or I just didn't care. And I had to change every aspect of my life, mentally, physically, and spiritually, and I never knew how to do that before. But I guess that's just because I really didn't truly care about myself. So the thing that I'm grateful for today is just a clear, open mind and the consistency of being able to, you know, do a gratitude list every week and to take my own inventory and to try to reach out and help as many people as we can. You know, so like with our business that we opened up, all 5% of the proceeds go towards helping like someone get into a bed or helping someone get into like a peer advocacy program and things like that. So we're really trying to, yeah, and I didn't see myself doing anything like this before. You know, I always thought I wanted to be like a counselor and stuff like that. But like the pandemic has slowed so many things down. So that's how this all started, was because we were trying to figure out ways for us to stay clean and sober without meetings. It drove us nuts because that, for me personally, the 12-step program is a part of my life. So,
the virtual world definitely came into play there.
It's unreal, dude. How TikTok, I thought TikTok was for kids. I had no idea what it even was, you know. And the recovery community is so massive on it, you know. And like the fact that you can change your algorithm around to where like all the only videos we see on our TikTok now are people that are in recovery. So it's amazing. Absolutely. You know, because then you get to the miracle I think in recovery is watching the miracle happen and other people. You know, because then you get to see it in yourself at some point as well. You know. But like watching people you know that started from nothing and worked their way up to having a successful life, like there is success in recovery, you know. Like it's just I don't believe in being normal anymore. Because I've lived such a different way my whole life, So I don't know what normal is. It's a whole new way of life. So I guess I'm just really I'm grateful for. I'm just waking up another day. Getting another chance at this.
Absolutely. I think it's great that the virtual world made it so I can reach out to people and help people. I love that part, man. Just the amount of inbox messages I'll get, or people that just comment on my videos that need help. That's another thing to be hugely grateful for, especially when it's somebody that reaches out to you and you actually reach back, and then you see them in the meetings that you talk to them about. You give them the information, and then they show up, and then you see them the next day and the next day, and they keep coming back. That's an incredible feeling.
It is. It is, man. So
the wind keeps blowing my phone all around. I don't know if you noticed me over here trying to play goalie with my shit.
It's a nice day out, though, man. I'm covered in sawdust right now. I can't even breathe.
Oh, I'm glad. Like nobody could smell me through the screen because, like I said, I'm over here working on opening up my pool.
Send link.
Old pool water.
Yeah, it's like about 84 degrees out here in southwest Kansas in Dodge City where we live. But, I'm grateful, I guess, and fortunate and blessed and even humbled, I guess, I get to go out to the treatment center once a week and talk to the guys that are inpatient out there. I worked out there for about 3.5 years. And when the pandemic hit, naturally they couldn't have clients. They had to basically close down. So I was at home. I was working 2 jobs, so I can get off loading trucks out of FedEx at 8, 9 in the morning. So then I'm like, man, what am I going to do all day? It was my wife. I'm like, do I really need to have 2 jobs? And she's like, no. So I took a promotion and got into the office at FedEx. Then I walked away from the treatment center, because my mentality was, as long as I'm keeping busy and I'm not at home as much, then you can't fuck shit up. But that's not the right thinking either. So, I started to go back out to the treatment center here about probably, 4 or 5 months ago, I guess now. So we were sitting here this morning and she had a honey-do list and lifting a heavy couch, a chair, treadmill. It involved 2 different flights of stairs and a garage. I'm like, man, I can't do all that. But when you're going out to the treatment center, I was able to call the director and say, hey, can I borrow a couple bikes? And then they were appreciative of that, even though they did all the muscle and all the work, brought to the house. They helped us do some stuff, and they were just thrilled to get out, out from the facility. So just,
no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Just to help somebody get some fresh air. And then, like I said, they helped us move a bunch of heavy stuff today, and it was great, man. It's great.
And it gives them a feeling of being needed and
absolutely
helping somebody else out.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what a lot of people need. They need to feel as though they're appreciated and needed. That's why a lot of people got into addiction to begin with, because they didn't have that feeling. They didn't feel like they were needed. They didn't feel appreciated, and that brings a lot of people down.
Absolutely. Hey, Marvin. So we do this every week for the Men's Recovery Podcast. So we will add you to the group chat if you want to put your number, or just message me on TikTok. That way we can add you to the group chat, and then you can join every Sunday from here on out at 3 p.m. EST.
Like, Nuke Dad?
Yeah, it's Nuke Dad.
All right, yeah.
So,
tell him to sign on in. He's jumping.
I need I can't. It's not letting me type in there. That's why I can't really. I don't know why. I'm so not used to this YouTube shit yet. But unstable connection. No,
so I was saying those random messages or comments from somebody here quite a few months back. I like to cook all our food on Sunday afternoons. Get a random message on my phone from somebody. He said, "Hey, I need help." I'm like, okay. Never talked to this guy before in my life. So of course I looked on TikTok. We follow each other, and then I'm like, well, what kind of help you want? Are you looking for donation? Are you looking for treatment? Like what's the case? He's like, man, I'm on day 2 from alcohol. So now for the last 90 plus days, you know, we pretty much talked every day. It's just like Scott was saying, it's just those messages or somebody like is actually, you know, wanting help and doing that first thing by reaching out.
And in a lot of cases, they wouldn't have known how or where to go to reach out. We actually provided them with access to the information that they need.
Absolutely, 100% correct.
And it takes so much courage and I don't know. It does. To reach, like I had problems for years to reach out to someone and say I need some help. So to come up on like day 2 and say, listen, I need some freaking help, man. That takes a lot of courage. So it really does.
It's just admitting that you have a problem, especially, I mean, I'm not saying it's not difficult for women, but a lot of men out there, nobody wants to admit to having a weakness, man. Like, especially if it depends on how you were raised. I mean, a lot of men are raised, you know, you suck that up and you keep your mouth shut and you deal with it. And to be able to take that first step and reach out to somebody and be like, yo, I'm in a bad way and I can't do this on my own, sometimes that takes a lot out of a dude to be able to stand up and say that.
Absolutely. I'm going to try to type this into him, see, so he can.
I mean, there are a lot of women out there that are raised the same way, especially in today's day and age. Women are, I mean, there's not a lot of girls out there being treated like little princesses anymore. I mean, I try to do that with my daughters, but I mean, there's a lot of women out there that are raised just as tough as guys are. You know what I mean? They're not supposed to talk about their problems, and they're not supposed to admit that they have a weakness. And I think we've all provided a platform for them to be able to say, hey, look, other people are doing it. You know, there's some tough people out there. There's some badass looking people out there that are stepping forward and saying, hey, I was weak, man. I had my moments of weakness, and I needed to reach out to people, and I needed help. And I think that also helps out.
So how long have you guys been doing the TikTok thing now?
I got on TikTok last year when the pandemic started, just as something to kill some time, looking at stupid sports videos and what have you. And then I saw some recovery come across my feed as I was scrolling. I'm like, hey, that guy did what I did, or hey, he's been sober for 3 years. And then I started, you know, ever since then it went from stupid stuff, funny stuff, time wasting stuff to, like I said, I probably 98% of the stuff that pops up on my TikTok's all recovery related, recovery based.
I was on for about a week and a half. My brother got me into it. I was still drinking at the time, you know, and things were starting to get bad for me with my drinking though. Like I was unemployed for a little while there, so I was drinking a lot more. Then I started blacking out more often. But anyway, my brother talked me into getting on. When I first got on, it was a bunch of teenage girls dancing, and I was like, nope, and I deleted the app. I didn't want nothing to do with any of that. And then he talked me into, he's like, you get your algorithm going, you get what you want to see, you'll figure it out. There's a lot more on there than just that. That's the first thing they throw at you. As soon as you get on TikTok, that's what you're going to see, because that's what pushes the most. So I got on there, and I started doing more funny shit, more comedy-based shit, you know what I mean? And me and my brother were both doing that, and I just happened to run across a girl that at the moment had blue hair. I call her my angel. She has a different colored hair every so often, though. She's purple right now, so she's my purple haired angel. I ran across Jamie, the anti-shark, and I ran across my big bald-headed tattooed angel, recovering Mike. Yeah. My wife was actually going to have me a bracelet made that says WWRMD. What would recovering Mike do? Because there's a lot of things that happen where I want to act a certain way, or I'm not gonna lie, like if I feel a certain way, I'll act out. Like if my ego tends to jump out sometimes when it shouldn't. My tough guy mentality will jump out sometimes, and I'll do something that I shouldn't, and I know I shouldn't do it. And my wife is always there to tell me, "Do you really want to get involved in that? Do you really want to deal with that?" So she even said to me the other day, she says, what would recovery Mike do? Because she knows that he would handle that situation that way. He's more of a spiritual guy, and he has a certain way of handling and carrying himself and handling certain situations. And I kind of try to look to him as an example of maybe how I should handle things a little bit better. So yeah, I ran across those two and started realizing that I needed to make some changes in my life, and they were the first two to come across my page and really reach back out to me and help me get started. And it's been a hell of a ride since then, man. I've had a great time. I just reached 6 months sober, not this Saturday, but the Saturday before. And
Good shit, brother.
it's thanks to them, and it's thanks to everybody on this app and the meetings that I go to, the Zoom meetings, because I don't work any particular program. I reach out to people, I go to my meetings, and I do what I got to do to keep my head straight. You know, I depend on those meetings and my family and a higher power that I've kind of figured out for myself, and that's why I got on TikTok just to goof around, though, and it turned into something I never expected. That's for sure.
Oh, really? It really escalated into like we were just doing like group topic discussions, like me and her just talking on the channel while Marv's joining, and it turned into like us interviewing, people like 4 days a week, and we're so caught up, man. Like it's unreal, dude. We've interviewed over almost 70 people already, and the number just keeps going up and up. And if you are watching, you would like to be interviewed on our channel, just shoot us a message here on YouTube or in our TikTok. Because I know Rod and Scott, did you guys send me your email?
I've got the email.
I might have, but I don't recall. I will send it to you.
Okay.
I think I did.
Did you, Rod?
Yeah, I've got the one from you guys about getting interviewed.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you, I just haven't responded to it yet.
Hey, I totally get it. I totally get it.
What up, Marv?
Marv, what's up, man?
We started this whole thing talking about our gratitude. We're doing like a gratitude Sunday. Just kind of it was a random topic because we didn't have a lot of guys in here, so we decided we were going to go that route today and talk about what. So I put on my gratitude gangster hat, and we're just talking about the things that we're grateful for that makes us happy in recovery.
Yes, sir.
You know, you want to take a shot at it?
For me, there's many things that I'm grateful for. For me, I treat recovery, and I just made a video about this. I treat recovery as a gift. It was the gift of desperation at one point, and then the gift of recognition. And I'm grateful for the predecessors and the people that loved me until I was able to love myself. That came to me and was like, you don't gotta live that way anymore. All the people that took me out to the diners and bowling that do things that, I never thought that I could do sober. You know what I mean? And of course, I really want to give props. My wife. I'm grateful for her because she put up with so much. And no matter what I do, the only thing I can do is by staying clean is to give that gift, to give her the gift of me, give it back to her and my kids. I'm grateful for my sponsor who gave me a lot of tools to use because, every little situation that I came to with that seemed to be a dilemma at the time, he always had a remark and always some acronym that recovery wrote right in the Miracle app. And, recovery is like a refrigerator. Once you unplug, it'll, everything on the inside goes bad. Don't allow sugar and space in your head. I'm grateful for my predecessors, really am. And I'm grateful for the love that I wouldn't say the love, the toughness. When I came into the program, it was the 30-year-old veterans for tough love. It was like, sit down, shut up. Take the cotton out of your ears and put them in your mouth. And that gave me a chance to recover, to sit and listen. Because if it wouldn't have been all that time, and still to this day, I don't know my care to last, but when I do, I just want to share all the love and joy that recovery has given me. I sit and I have to listen, and that's because of them 30-year your veterans at the time, which now have 40 plus years, you know, they stuck and stayed. So the gratitude list could be forever long, but the reality of it is I'm grateful for the gift of desperation, which led me here.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, brother.
Absolutely.
Didn't you just have 9 months, Marv, the other day?
I did. I celebrated 9 months.
That's
And,
awesome.
you know, the scary thing was, like, when I first got back home and started doing the TikTok things, can you believe that my attitude was like, well, I had 3.5 years and I'm not celebrating any milestones until I hit that, you know? And then my sponsor's like, you better celebrate every milestone.
Absolutely.
You put the work in. So,
Absolutely.
You don't lose that time. You don't lose that knowledge.
no.
It's always there with you.
Yeah, it is. I'm just saying, like, the little milestones, 50, 60, 90, you know. I was beating myself up at first, and now I'm not.
Good.
I know that my wife appreciates every day I'm sober, so I should be celebrating every day of my sobriety.
Absolutely.
She's happy with me the way she's happy for me, and she's happy with the change in me. And I mean, she loved me before, no doubt about it, or else she wouldn't still be here. But she's a lot happier with me these days.
You know, the gift of another day is never guaranteed. Anything can happen, man, because it's happened to so many people, and we never think it would happen to us, but it really could. And it doesn't have to be us using it or anything. So just being appreciative of being able to wake up another day, you know, and getting to spend more time with my family and getting a chance to grow. That's really all I could ask for.
And my sponsor told me a long time ago, he's like, now he just had 30 years sober on May, I'm trying to think, like May 19th or something like that. He's got me by about 23 years now. But he's like, you know, yeah, it's been 30 years, but really you can only get 24 hours at a time.
Yeah.
You know, I just kept stacking 24 and 24 and 24 and 24. He's like, in reality, whoever woke up first this morning, they got the most overtime.
So my sponsor says.
When he told me that years ago, I was stupid. Oh, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, you know? But now, years into my recovery, I'm like, I catch myself telling the guys out there in Eugene, I'm like, who woke up first this morning? 6. Well, I get up at 3:50. So I'm like, oh, I guess, you know, anybody beat 3:50, you know, kind of have fun with it.
Yeah.
Whoever woke up first this morning, they got the most overtime.
My sponsor says the same
I gotta
thing.
be honest, I give Marv a lot of credit because he talks about going bowling and everything like that, and I'm pretty sure I don't think I can handle being part of a sport where there's a bar 4 foot away at this point in my recovery. But, you know, who knows, I haven't tried it yet.
But at least you know those things.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're not ready to do those things, it doesn't matter how long it takes. Whenever you're ready to go do those things is when you're ready to go do those things. So that's called testing the waters. So when you don't think you're ready to even do that yet, then I mean, it probably means you're not ready, and you know that's not a good decision. That's something. That's why I couldn't. That's why I couldn't stress that before when I was talking about, like, I did not know the difference between right and wrong. I used to go to the bars all the time with my friends and not drink. But before you knew it, I was out drinking, and I never knew. I wondered why. I couldn't figure out why I was out drinking. And it's because I put myself in so many situations that led me up to that, you know. And then I act all confused and, you know, bewildered, like, how the fuck did I end up here? And it's just, it's plain as day, you know. And then before that, you know, let in everything else. So it's a good thing that you know that.
I was talking to her on the phone the other day. She sends me somebody I'll call if I have some issues. She's a good person to talk to. But I was talking to her about how I went to New Orleans. I went down to stayed on the bayou, and I told her, I said, there's no way I could do that now. Like, there's no way I could walk up and down Bourbon Street, not one lap, and I would be shit-faced by the time I got to the other side. I promise. I guarantee it. So, you know, I know myself better than to put myself in that situation. And she said, you know what? Me too. Because, you know, that's Bourbon Street is just a place. It's got that atmosphere, man. Like, I would be drunk by the time I got to the other end of that street. I guarantee it. So I'm just not gonna go there.
Absolutely.
And as we speak of that, you know, it was interesting that you say that, Scott, because you know that played part into this last relapse because I went into the bar and I was like I was there and I wasn't drinking and everybody you know there supported me on that. But when it became out of this, everybody was like, you drink soda, you're in recovery. We support that, da 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 da. You know, and they thought it was good, but then behind the scenes, your head starts ticking. You know. And it took me right back out the gate. And it just didn't happen overnight because I was able to do it multiple times. But then, guess what? You know.
Yeah, so, I'm a pretty much right out the gate kind of guy. Like, if I spent more than an hour in a bar, I'd be drinking. That's why I don't go there. I mean, I've gone out. What's that?
An hour?
An hour. Yeah, my wife said, an hour? Think you make it that long? She knows me a little better than that, yeah. And she knows how I am, too. Like, if I have one sip of beer, it's because of the way my brain works. One sip of beer and it's over. I will drink until the alcohol is gone, and she knows that. I mean, my wife knows how I am. Like, I'm afraid of cough syrup these days, man. I'm like, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't do a shot of cough syrup because of my, you know what I mean? It's, yeah, I'm a all or nothing kind of person, man, and I can't be in that atmosphere long. I was at my niece or my goddaughter's birthday party, and people were drinking like crazy there. And after being there for 45 minutes, maybe an hour, I told my wife, I said, I gotta get out of here. It was all my old drinking buddies. You know, everybody was drinking, and it started to take a toll on me. After a little bit, I was like, I gotta go. But at least I was present-minded enough to know that about myself and elbow my wife and be like, hey, you know, I think it's about that time. Let's get up out of here.
See, we were up in Hood River, Oregon over Memorial Weekend. Our nephew got married, so we flew up there. And up on top of a mountain, it's beautiful, you know, kind of going back to that grateful gratitude. You know, I found myself just like doing 360s in the middle of town or up on the mountain. It's just, you know, just being able to take it all in and like slow down and enjoy it. We hiked about 2 miles down a walking trail. It had different spin-offs with big old waterfalls. You could climb up, you could go behind the waterfalls, and then when our nephew got married, of course, where they were staying up on this grandfather's property, which is 1,400 acres, 4 houses. This dude, it was incredible. But there's alcohol, weed. So my wife asked me more than once, "You sure you're okay being up here?" I'm like, "I'm fine." You know, it's all the in-laws. I know it's going to take place. And, you know, but after years, I wouldn't have wanted to go to that wedding 30 days, you know, 60 days, 3 months in. But now I've got some years under my belt, so, you know, I know how to deal with it. I think, you can always elbow your significant other or your friend, like, yeah, I'm going to step outside, or I'm going to go get some fresh air, just to take yourself out of a situation.
That's one thing I don't say enough or give enough credit to is my wife. I always talk about other people that support me, and that have helped me the most. But out of everybody, she has been the most help because she's with me every day. She makes sure that whenever I'm going into a situation, she makes sure that I'm okay first. She makes sure that there's not going to be, like, we went camping over Memorial Day weekend, and she made phone calls that I didn't even really know about until after she had done it, to make sure there was going to be no alcohol there, to make sure that the people that were invited weren't going to be drinking. Like, she went ahead of me and did all that. And I honestly, I was like, honey, you don't have to do that. I don't want people feeling like they got to change what they do for me. But she's like, you know what? They're our friends, and if they want to be our friends, they'll do that for you. And I'm like, okay, you know. But she steps up way more than anybody in my life, for sure.
Yeah, somebody messaged me here a couple weeks ago, and I think it was when I done a video like on my 7 years, 2 weekends ago, I guess now. And some random person, and like, hey, I want to start my journey of not drinking. That's how they said it. I'm like, all right, cool. She goes, but I don't want to lose my friends. I'm like, well, if your friends can't respect you enough, then they're not your friends. So I told that person, I said, when I was drinking, I found out real quick who my real friends are. My general sales manager, my sales buddies that are all doing drinking and doing the you know? Because I wasn't there. They didn't have anything I wanted. What I had was what I was getting in my recovery, they didn't want at the time. So you learn real quick who your friends are.
Yeah. A lot of my friends still will reach out, want to hang out, and everything like that. But I don't expect them to change their, you know what I mean. So I avoid the situations because I know they're still going to drink, and I know they're still going to do what they do, and it's my choice not to be in those situations. They didn't stop calling me. I kind of stopped calling them type of situation, and I still love them all, man. And I do feel bad at times. I even tell my wife I feel bad. Like I don't go do things. I don't call people no more. But it's what I got to do if I want to stay on the path I'm on.
Yeah, you gotta do you first.
Yeah.
But always have that exit plan. Always have that exit plan anywhere you go.
Absolutely.
Potential.
All right, fellas, that's I'm gonna cut it off there for today. I gotta get into town with the baby, so I really appreciate y'all jumping on. I really like this topic, man. I think because a lot can happen in a week, you know, a lot can happen in a week. We're gonna keep adding people. Marv, we do this every Sunday. It was Saturday. We're switching to Sunday at 3 p.m. EST. So if you'd like to be a part of it, that'd be amazing. And if you know anyone that wants to be a part of it, more the merrier.
Marv's got a lot of knowledge, man. It'd be great to have him on.
Yeah. We interviewed you about a month or so ago, Marv. That went very well.
Yeah, I think. Oh my God, I was right around my 90-day mark is when you interviewed me.
No,
So,
great story, great message. You're going to be able to help a lot of people, man. So,
yeah, thank you.
and this will be growing more. You know, once I learn the computer side of it a little bit more, I'm trying.
People in technology,
We're
man.
busy, so we're busy. And then we get the set date too. No, Sunday's definitely going to work a lot better. So, I hope you all have a blessed day. I will see you guys on next Sunday. If you guys can make a video on Monday and Friday letting people know about it, that would be amazing as well.
Awesome. See you guys.
Hey guys,
Have a good one, man.
have a great day.
All right.